EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. And tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential, but in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give the ball. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete. Pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. Shifts free at the 15. Well, goes a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And the talented young man took over as the full-time starter in Week 6 of last season. Showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge second year in the NFL.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass, and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing here is May. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Deep for the Jets, Isaiah Davis. This is taken around the 12. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start on the ground. Hall fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. A toss left side for Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. On the option right is Fields. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Taken in left side, it's Wilson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. John Mechie from 6 yards away. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
That's the score, Jets 7.
So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Patriots making their way back out, and they have had a number of uniforms through the years, going back to the Pat Patriot days and even before that. And now here they are in their NFL rivalry-inspired combo, dubbed the Nor'easter. If you look closely, you can see the 6 stars around the neckline. That's in homage to both the 6 states of New England, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts, as well as the Patriots' 6 Super Bowl titles. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll throw with May. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
3rd and 4. To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
To throw, it's May. He finds Douglas complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's May. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Formation for the Patriots.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Breece Hall helped leading out this on another series. He's been effective so far. They'll start with the option. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Off play action, Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
From the gun, here's Fields. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Milton Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's Austin McNamara now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Jones on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. They run once more with Stevenson.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Got a man, Butte. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Keyshawn Butte, 70 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On play action, Fields.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for the Jets. 48 yards.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Oh, a heck of a move. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, right back to Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hall again. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
That's complete right side to Lazard. And they're going to drop it well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Patriots gearing up to go now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, May. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here for Davis. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll try and do this himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
We're going to throw May. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and
3. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's a gain of 11.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Play action. It's Fields. Taylor there to bring it in on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Give to Hall running right. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. The Folks' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and 2. From the shotgun, May with it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now Hall to start the drive. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they work this out past the 25. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Jets.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
That's another Jets first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
In motion, the tight end. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he'll get this down over to about the 46.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Fields. Now he's going to step up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Milton Williams, his 2nd sack of the night. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's the Jets punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
New England's offense set to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Throw right side here going to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw.
Going to swing this out to Henderson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Throwing here is May.
Going deep for Diggs.
Well, this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Fields going to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. In motion left is Mitchell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Fields. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Jets.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter. This is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The escapability and evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Fields now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Fields trying to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New England trying to get a place on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Patriots, first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll throw with May. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, it's May. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They're going on 4th down. May. Oh, that is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Fields got, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Paul want to give up the middle.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Justin Fields taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now Folk for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So the Patriots coming out now. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
To the air, May. Got a man, Boutte.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll dump this down to Stevenson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And incomplete on a deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's May. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
From the gun, it's May. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Running free at the 45. Breece Hall. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 67 yards. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Fields. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Fields going to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Justin Fields scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Patriots 7.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Gets this complete to Butte. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Jamie Sherwood there to make the stop.
2 yards.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A give for Stevenson running right. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on,
but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.